Hello, kids. Welcome to another episode of Fun and Learning with me, Teacher Danny. Hey, kids. Now, welcome to another episode of Fun and Learning with Teacher Danny. For today's video, we will talk and discuss more about the materials that we see everywhere. Now, every material around us has properties, and in order to study these properties, we have to get to know more about matter. What is matter? Now, in order for us to define that, let us first read the objectives of our lesson for today. Are you ready for another fun-filled activity?
Wow!
Before we start the lesson, here's a question for you to ponder. What do you and a tiny speck of dust in the outer space have in common? Think you know the answer? Now watch and find out more. Basically, the answer to that mystery is the composition of matter itself.
What?
Both you and the speck of dust in the outer space consist of atoms of matter. So does the ground beneath your feet. And in fact, everything that you see, that you touch, are made up of matter. Now, the only things that aren't matter are the forms of energy, such as the light, the sound, and the heat. Now, although forms of energy are not matter, the air and the substances they travel through are matter. So, what is matter? Now, matter is defined as anything that has mass and volume. Now, mass is the amount of matter and substance of an unit for measurement or for measuring mass is the kilogram. But for smaller masses, grams are often used as its unit. For solids, you can directly measure its mass by simply weighing it or putting it in a platform balance. However, for liquid and gases, you cannot measure it directly. For liquids and gases, since you cannot directly measure its mass, you have to put them on a certain container such as a beaker or a balloon. And then you have to subtract the mass of the container to the mass you generated. But what is the difference between mass and weight? Now, the more matter an object contains, generally, the more it weighs. However, weight is not the same thing as mass. Weight is a measure of the force of gravity pulling an object. It is measured with a scale like a kitchen scale, just like this one. Then the scale detects how forcefully the object in a pan or being pulled downward by the force of gravity. So the standard unit for measuring the weight is Newton. Now the common English unit is the pound. And with the Earth's gravity, a mass of 1 kilogram has a weight of 9.8 newtons or 2.2 pounds. Let's try to do a simple problem solving. Now here's the problem. At Earth's gravity, what is the weight in newtons of an object with a mass of 10 kilograms? So here's how. At Earth's gravity, 1 kilogram has a weight of 9.8 newtons. Therefore, 10 kilograms has a weight of 10 times 9.8 Newton is equal to 98 Newtons. Now you try it. If you have a mass of 50 kilograms on Earth, then what is your weight in Newtons? Good job! I think you got it right. Now remember, an object with more mass is pulled by gravity with greater force. So the mass and weight are closely related. However, the weight of an object can change if the force of gravity changes, even while the mass of an object remains constant. For example, an astronaut who weighs less on the moon than he did on Earth. But why? Because the moon's gravity is weaker than the Earth's. And the astronaut's mass, on the other hand, did not change. He still contained the same amount of matter on the moon as he did on Earth.
It's time to test yourself. What is the mass of a 20 kilogram child? Answer. Which unit is used to measure mass? Milliliter, centimeter, or gram? Answer. On Earth, what is the weight in Newton of a 1 kilogram mass object? Answer.
So that's it for another episode of Fun and Learning with Teacher Danny. And I hope to see you on our next video. Bye-bye!